Another episode of Devil Alchemist Daily on the Social Prosperity Network, where we align with well-being. Today's episodes are all about becoming a new version of yourself and living in the present moment. We're gonna go over chapter 2 of Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. We're gonna go over that today. Becoming Supernatural chapter 2, and it's talking about the present moment. And I want you to start with one thing, bro. In 2026, my goal is to help more people to create their dream reality. And I want you to realize that if you don't get beyond who you think you are and what you think you can create, you cannot create a new life and a new reality. And most people are living on autopilot and not attention. And today, videos is about breaking those unconscious patterns and reclaiming the present moment and creating our reality. The present moment is the only place where change can happen. If your future looks like your past, it's because our body or your body is still living in the past. And that's our first point. Your body becomes the mind. Repetition programs the body. We always talk about what are habits. The book talked about what are habits. Habits is something you do over and over and it becomes a habit. A habit is a set of automatic unconscious thoughts, behaviors, and emotions that you acquire through frequent repetition. So what you're doing frequently becomes your frequency. So if you frequently feeding yourself negative habits, negative BS, negative things like that, you're going to frequently have those things around you. You're going to frequently create that shit. You're going to be living in that program. We're going to talk about it too. But you got to realize that when you repeat thoughts, actions, and emotions, they become automatic. So negative, positive, whatever it is, they're going to become automatic. And over time, the body memorizes the past. The subconscious mind, the body, it memorizes that past. Your body starts running the show instead of your conscious mind. You're not even in control of your shit. Half the shit we do when we wake up are habits. We're not even in control. Some of the shit, when you scroll on your phone, sometimes you don't even want to scroll. You just scroll and you don't even realize this shit. This is why change feels uncomfortable though, because the body wants what's familiar. The body wants you to be lazy. The body wants you to do what's normal. The body doesn't want to get uncomfortable because your body is gonna pull you back into the past reality, bro. And that's normal, bro. That's okay, bro. When you're uncomfortable, it's normal, bro. You know, you go to a new place, you're always nervous or uncomfortable or something like that. That's literally that feeling. That's okay to have it, but you have to realize, bro, you have to get out of that, bro. You have to get out of that to create something new. You have to get uncomfortable to create something new. You have to get out of that shit. You have to get out of that pattern, bro. We have to realize that our habits equals unconscious programs, bro. A habit is not just an action, it's a state of being. A habit can control our whole reality. And we never talked about this for real. A habit is automatic thoughts, automatic emotions, automatic behaviors, the way that we act, the way that we feel, when we feel sadness, bro, as soon as we get that automatic thought of the past, of some past trauma, it creates an automatic emotion of BS, sadness, and things like this, and then that creates an automatic behavior of wanting us to go run away from reality, go do things that's not helping us, those bad habits. So we're creating bad things, but at the same time, the same way you can create a bad reality, you can create a positive reality. So let's say that we shift our mindsets to have automatic thoughts of how can I manifest more money? Okay, now you're getting emotions of I want more money. I'm getting more money. You're getting emotions of getting more money, and now you're automatically getting behaviors and thoughts and things and ideas and downloads of how to get more money. It's the same way of being positive or negative. You get to choose if you're going to be positive or negative. But if you keep doing the same thing and being a negative person, you'll keep becoming the same negative person. Or if you keep doing the same positive thing, you'll keep becoming the same positive person. You feel me? Most people don't change because they don't notice their patterns. Everything is a pattern. Everything is patterns and habits. A habit is who you've been practicing being. You feel me? And point 3, I was talking about thoughts plus emotions create your state of being. In the book, it was talking about feelings flock thoughts into the body. Our feelings really create when you just writing manifestation, you just writing things and down. That's not a good way to. I'm not gonna say that's not a good way to manifest, but writing that shit down, repeating that shit, and having that emotion is like a powerful way to really create that shit into reality, really become what you say you are. Because our thoughts create chemical reactions in our brain. You know what I'm saying? And emotions are the chemical residue of our past experiences. And when you feel the same emotions every day, you think the same thoughts, you think the same choices. The loop keeps you stuck in the past. You feel me? And you keep doing the same thing over and over. So you can have positive thoughts or negative thoughts, but being the same is not good, bro. Being the same is not good. We got to start looking at our emotions are as well as energy and motion, bro. Like energy, our emotions are energy and motion because thinking creates feeling and feeling reinforces thinking. Our emotions are energy and motion. Emotion equals energy that moves or traps you. It can help you evolve or it can devolve you. Look at this shit. It can help you go up or this way, or it can help you go this way, go down. It can evolve you or devolve you. And emotions are energy and motion. If the energy doesn't change, your life will not change. The things around you will not change. If you cannot vibrate high and vibrate leaf and on that vibration and feel you being in that level, bro, you cannot vibrate and create that thing. You have to vibrate spiral. You have to go up and vibrate and get those things that you want, those high vibrational things. Or if you're in a low vibration, you're going to be stuck in a low vibration, bro. If the energy doesn't change or the energy doesn't match that vibration that you say you want to have, if you can't match that vibration, you can't have it. Fear, guilt, shame, stress keep the body addicted to the past and is stuck in low vibrational things. Elevated emotions like gratitude, love, and awareness pulls us into the future and creating everything that we say we want. You feel me? You have to move in high vibrational things to receive high vibrational things. If you're living in low vibrational things, if you're a low vibrational person, you're gonna attract low vibrational things, low vibrational people. That's just what it is. You have to change the emotion. You have to change the emotion for you to change your signal. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. We like radio. We like computers. We like that for real. It really is like a computer and a radio in a sense when you really think about it. Because that's really what we are. But let's get into point 5, bro. Why the present moments matter. The past only exists in the body and the brain. You feel me? The past doesn't exist anywhere else but in your brain and your body. But when you stay present, you interrupt that program. You interrupt the past. You enter and you take your power back. Awareness is the first step to freedom. Being aware of the patterns, being aware of the habit, being aware of those negative thoughts that bring you back into those negative loops and those negative cycles is the very first important thing that you have to do. You feel me? That's the first important thing you have to do. You have to make sure you take care of yourself and you're aware of what you're doing and aware of what you're creating. And that's the first step to anything. You can't create a new feature. You cannot create a new future with an old state of being. You cannot create a new future with an old state way of thinking, an old way of vibrating. You have to raise your vibration. Our vibration is everything. How we vibrate creates everything around us. How we think creates our reality. How we feel creates our thoughts. You feel me? And that's just how it is. How we feel creates how our actions, and our actions create what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So if you have bad actions, you have bad feelings, you got bad thoughts, bro. It's gonna be a bad life, bro. That's just what it's gonna be. You have to change your thoughts. You have to change your mindset to create something new. You have to break the cycle. Awareness breaks the autopilot, bro. Most people in the world are living on autopilot. Most people in the world are not aware of their no feelings. Most people don't even have feelings. It's people out here actually that don't dream, that don't think to themselves, don't have an inner voice or nothing like that. They don't do none of those things. And you're not one of those people. You have to realize that you have to break out of the autopilot. You can't just keep, soon as something bad happens, you go back to that old negative habit, that old negative thing that you used to do. You have to let go of that shit. You can't force that shit, bro. Your thoughts, and you have to notice that your thoughts, your emotional reactions, and your habitual behaviors. The moment you observe instead of reacting. You're no longer like conforming to the program. You have to start observing instead of reacting. You have to realize you're not the program, bro. You're bigger than that shit. You are the observer, bro. You are observing all this shit. You're not the body. You're not this body. You're not this flesh. You're not this soul. This is how you're shifting to a new identity. You have to think beyond the 3D, beyond the physical. You have to think spiritual. Stop thinking so physical. Stop thinking so practical. Be delusional. Stop thinking like you know everything. You don't know shit. You have to realize you don't know shit, bro. You have to get uncomfortable and realize that you was more than this body. You was more than this physical. It's a spiritual field around me right now. Every time you create emotion, it's a spiritual. You're emitting. You're like releasing energy and vibrations of every time that you say something. Your words, the power of the word that you use. If you use powerful words, you're emitting powerful vibrations. But if you're using negative words, you're putting negative vibrations to the world. And that's just what it is. You have to realize that the observer is always greater than the program. And I want you just to remember, bro, the future isn't something that you wait for. The future is something that you create emotionally, but you don't need new circumstances. You just need to become and create a new state of being. And the present moment is where the creation starts. So when you stop living in the past, the future will finally have space to arrive.